mission of Sir Ravneet from University Training Department to play some audiovisual for invocation and national anthem. Okay, so again, bow our head and let's place ourselves in the presence of the Lord. Dear God, we offer everything to you during this program. May we ask for your blessing and divine providence that the activities set for this undertaking be successful and effective. May we also retain the invaluable knowledge and learning experience that we derive from this activity for actual application when we leave this venue and from the Zoom session. We pray that you bless all the committees in charge, that they fulfill their tasks responsibly, that the objectives they have set may all be achieved. Your generous blessing would mean the success of this program. We know that without it, we can do nothing. May we be living witnesses of your genuine love through the implementation of the program acquired through this activity. Grant us your divine wisdom as we go about our daily tasks after this activity. We ask this in Jesus' name. Amen. In the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen. Again, be seated, everyone. And good morning, everyone. From here in our face-to-face and hybrid training about
Morning, sir.
Security Operations Center. Good morning, everyone, also from Zoom session. And it's good to be back here. This is Alan Paul Esteban and your host for today. And for the information, everyone, we are live on Zoom. So hey, say hi to our friends. I hope nakikita tayo, no? And I heard from the post of our speaker through his Facebook page or Facebook account, we have Indonesian friends attending to this training. So salamat pagi semuanya. Salamat pagi. Salamat. Okay, now to give us a warm welcome, we are pleased to have a very supportive and generous person. This is for opening remarks. Let's give her a welcome clap. The Dean of the Graduate School, Dr. Jocelyn B. Cruz. Yes, good evening. The spotlight is yours upon our Dean of the Graduate School.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the seminar entitled Security Operations Center, wherein we will be talking on the security of everyone. Everyone must be responsible in handling the data, being at hand, and so we don't need some sanctions. So everyone must be guided, and we don't need any center, we don't need any building to hold the data and to be responsible enough, because there are some who abuse the handling and the use of data. So I am expecting that our speaker now will make us aware on the importance of giving value to the everything, to the use of internet. Is it internet? Internet, because nowadays our young ones are not aware of the beauty and the importance of the data. Some are using it in a different way. Like, yes, as far as early as 13, 14 years old, they are studying now how to hack as an account, you know. So maybe we will not be aware that there is someone, a security officer, not a security guard, di ba? We have also a security guard to guard us against any malpractice or any misbehavior. But in this seminar, you will be taught on how to analyze. Is it to analyze the data? I do not know, but we will be hearing the the information or the skills that you will be needing in order to secure the info that you have. Good morning, and I hope that you will be listening to our speaker, and you will be with us from 8:30 to 1:30. Good morning.
Okay, thank you for giving that opening remarks from here at GS Graduate School ABR physically. Thank you, Dee. Thank you very much. Happy to see you here. Next, to give the statement of the purpose of this activity, I would like to call here the chair of MSIT, no other than Rolanda from Soon. I think from Soon.
Okay, thank you so much, Sir Allen. Of course, good morning, everyone, to all people who want safety and security in the cyber world. We are very lucky this morning because we can hear some tips and expert ideas coming from our specialists. Well, today, the purpose of this program is really to help the community to be aware of securing the company's safety and enlighten digital users about the threats in our digital world. Of course, most people are not intentionally bypassing security protocol. They either are not trained to do so, or they are not educated about the significance of their actions. Conducting security awareness like this and reinforcing the most basic cybersecurity principles with employees outside and inside the IT department can make a big difference in our company's security posture. So there is also a need to have an IT security operations center. So of course, in every organization, for the organization safety, while preventing, detecting, analyzing, and responding to cybersecurity incidents. So this is the reason why this training is needed. With this, the NEUST Graduate School, Master of Science in Information Technology Department, in cooperation with the University Training Department, conducted this international event with the title Security Operations Center, How to Become a Cybersecurity Analyst, in which the speaker, my friend, an expert in the field, a generous man who is willing to share ideas and wanted to increase the number of people who will protect us from the threats in the digital world. Moreover, we thank you to our beloved NEUST President, Dr. Feliciana Jacoba, to our very supportive Dean of the Graduate School, Dr. Jocelyn B. Cruz, of course, our VP Red, Dr. Rachel Moralde, our Budget Officer, Ms. Lorna Ihar, and our partner to conduct this event, our Director of Training Department, Dr. Janil T. Paria. So we really thank you all for your usual support in the different programs and projects that can level up the community to sustain and become adaptable to change. Thank you to all participants, and we are very thankful for sharing your time and choosing to be secure in the cyber world. So let's be one and become a cybersecurity analyst. So God bless everyone. Back to you, Sir Allen.
Okay, thank you, Madam Loy, for that purpose, discussing the purpose of this event. Of course, this event will not be the same as food without her. Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I'm honored to introduce this empowered woman to give us inspiration and the success of NUST under her leadership. The president of NUST, Engineer Shanta Nueva.
Thank you, Sir Allen. Am I audible?
Yes, Ma'am President.
Okay, thank you. Siguro yung naglalag sa akin ay sila. Chinaglag si Sir Allen. Thank you, Sir Allen. If I may ask if I am still audible at the NESC GSABR. Okay. So allow me first to greet our resource speaker all the way from Indonesia via Zoom, Mr. Semi Julianto. Salamat pagi.
Selamat pagi. Kumusta?
Selamat pagi. Hello. Okay naman. So, kumusta? So, that's, how are you here? Kumusta? We are fine. We are all good. And we are all happy to see you and joining us here. Also, a beautiful morning to the organizers. Of course, the graduate school led by Dean Jocelyn Cruz, who just greeted us a while ago. First, Dr. Olaida Sonsa, MSIT Program Head, and our very own Director of the University Training Department, Dr. Jonil Peria. I am looking for other officials who are here. I may not be able to see them, but if they are joining, let me also greet other officials and of course, our faculty and the staff, and to the important characters, actors and actresses in this particular event, our participants from different institutions. I just heard that we also have our participants from Indonesia. Salamat pagi to our Indonesian friends. And of course, to all of you who are truly making this activity a success, and to those who are watching via Facebook Live, a blessed morning to all of you. Indeed, it is one of the most anticipated days of the year, and thank you to the graduate school for conducting this at this early quarter of the year. I do appreciate this as we convene for the training on Security Operations Center. Become a cybersecurity analyst. So we have here the pool of IT experts from different institutions. I will no longer mention one by one your institutions. I might be missing one or two. So, but I really appreciate and I do thank your respective heads for allowing you, the president, the heads of your respective units, and of course, all of you are also head of the different units in your respective institutions. Thank you very much. Of course, my gratitude to our esteemed invited speaker, again, a cybersecurity analyst from Indonesia, Mr. Semi Julianto, who joined us earlier. I am asked to deliver an inspirational message. I know you are all inspired, particularly on the topic that you will be this, because you really wanted to, you know everything, of course. I know you know your stuff, but you still wanted to update, to upgrade, and to learn something. In every activity that every institution is doing, I know that the purpose is to cascade, to share information that might be useful to everyone, and that is our purpose. Let me start this important line of thoughts from Stephanie Napo, the Global Chief Information Security Officer at Societe Generale International Banking. And I quote, "It takes 20 years to build a reputation and few minutes of cyber incident to ruin it." End of quote. That's very saddening. Certainly, the advent of the internet allows us to experience, explore, learn, and relearn, and benefit from what the virtual world has to offer. With just a few clicks, all information that we need will be readily available. That's the beauty of technology. With an organized, dependable, and up-to-date data management system, companies, organizations, institutions, and the like may respond more efficiently to the needs of their respective clienteles and stakeholders. as well as to the demands of the modern world. However, the growing world of cyberspace and virtual world may also have a negative impact to us through cybercrime. Dean Josie I mentioned a while ago that as early as or as young as 14, if I'm not mistaken, 14 years old, that the other young ones is learning how to use computer or how to navigate, are also trying to do something. So that's basically the world that we are in now. So for example, the cyber threats are most relevant, of course, as we are actually here in the digital age, and this is the concern of everyone. This is also in the use of technology, there are advantages and there are also disadvantages, and this is one where we, of course, we connect with our loved ones through using the internet. There is also a danger of the so-called cyber threats, and I think this is the aim of the graduate school of the MSIT program, to at least have more knowledge, additional knowledge on how to address this concern. So as cybercrime incidents may occur anywhere, regardless of individuals, businesses, or places, cybersecurity has become a crucial aspect of our daily lives. And the best approach to address this concern is through engaging in activities such as like this training. Accordingly, I would like to commend the graduate school and its MSIT program and the university training department, all the people involved in the preparation and of course in the conduct of this activity. Thank you very much, and congratulations for taking the initiative to conduct this kind of endeavor. As cybercrime is an important issue that we academicians are also concerned about. Let us collaborate, my dear friends from different institutions. Let us collaborate in performing the unique roles that we play in making the cyberspace safe to everyone. I really appreciate, I do appreciate your presence, and of course, we are looking forward for a more partnership, more collaboration, different collaborations in different disciplines with all of you. Hopefully po, we can see each other face to face. I saw some of the faculty members attending in the graduate school audiovisual room face to face. I'm hoping that this 99 people in the Zoom room might also be okay. We might also meet soon, very soon. I know that this pandemic will end very soon, or we can, as of now, we are working in the so-called new normal, and we are hoping and we are praying that our world will be safer and safer in time. So again, to all of you, thank you. Terima kasih. Good morning, everyone. Have a secured, a blessed, and fruitful day to all of you.
Okay, thank you, President, for that message and somehow giving advice to our IT professionals. Your presence to this program is very much appreciated. Before presenting the speaker to you, let me share to you that Cybersecurity Philippines this year. There's no doubt that digitalization in the Philippines is heading in the right direction. In fact, the pandemic may have accelerated the country's digital transformation. Now that the world is slowly ushering in a post-pandemic era, the global market is paying attention to access management solutions, since major IT infrastructure systems require the control and management of user access and authority. It is, therefore, imperative for the Philippines to fast-track its cybersecurity infrastructure and Philippines and NEUST. It was arranged during the first CyberSec conference here in the Philippines. Now, let's begin this training by introducing our guest speaker. Because I'm so proud to introduce this person. Our speaker is currently a guest lecturer here at Nueva University of Science and Technology. He's from Jakarta, Indonesia. More than 20 years of working experience in the IT industry with experiences in the area of application and software development, operating systems, server systems, messaging and collaboration, internetworking, network infrastructure, desktop support and application, and network and infrastructure security. We conduct and deliver IT technical training for entry-level users and IT professionals. Instructional scripts include delivery of Microsoft Windows operating system, novel NetWare, and SUSE Linux OS, novel group Office, novel frameworks for our server, CCNA such as routing and switching, CCNP, routing, switching, remote access and troubleshooting, Citrix MetaFrame or Citrix Presentation Server, CIW Security, EC Council, Network, Systems and Wireless Security, Hacking and Penetration Testing, CISSP, SSPP, CSSLP, CISA, CISM, and Computer Forensics and other related IT security courses. We also train IT professionals from diverse organizations in Asia Pacific, Middle East and Africa region, namely Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore, Thailand, Philippines, Saudi Arabia, Tunisia, Morocco, and South Korea. In delivering quality IT training with very good to excellent feedback ratings. Deep knowledge and excellent skills on vulnerability assessment, ethical hacking, penetration testing, IT auditing, and computer forensics with combination of technical and management expertise. Have interest in exploit writing, malware analysis, forensics on moving data, and cloud computing security. Developed and created realistic ethical hacking, penetration testing, computer forensics and security operations center, virtualized environment to facilitate and hands-on lab exercises to improve and enhance cybersecurity learning experience. Successfully delivered information security awareness and practical IT auditing workshop and seminars for various private organizations such as banking and financial institutions, and also government agencies in Indonesia. This mission is to create awareness and educate people in information system security. A dedicated professor and IT professional with more than 2 decades of experience in IT security. Participants here in ABR Graduate School and in school session, let's give him a welcome clap. Professor Sunny Yuliano. Your spotlight is yours.
Hello, Sir Sunny.
So sorry. Is it my turn? Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, is it,
Hello, Sir Sunny.
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah, is it my turn?
Professor.
Putol-putol
Yes, sir. It's your turn.
yung voice.
Oh,
Okay.
we're having
So-
okay, proceed, Professor.
Okay. So let me start my presentation. I'm having cold, so Tagalog na lang. Sinusipon ako eh. Okay. So let's start with the yeah. Can you enable the screen sharing because I need to show the presentation.
So you mean ako?
Yung okay na.
Yes, sir.
Okay na.
So, okay po.
Okay.
Enable na.
Thank you. Okay. Can you see my screen presentation?
Yes, sir. Yes po.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. Greetings from Indonesia, Jakarta. I'm currently at my office now. Apologize for not being able to come to the University of Nueva, Ecija, because of some technical issues. Yeah. So anyway, welcome to the. I believe this is yeah, the first seminar by me so far. With the help of Ma'am Rolaida Sonza. And I would
Our
really,
pleasure, sir.
yeah, thank you very much for the kind, what do you call this, attention to my my wish that I would like to share my knowledge to the university students and participants. And thank you very much for coming to the session today. So I'll start with the, there are two parts in my presentation. The first one is about the big title here is actually, or the bigger title here is the Security Operations Center, Security Defense. And then the subtitle is Cybersecurity Monitoring Services Essential. Yeah. Okay. So my name is Semi Yulianto. So let me just introduce myself. Yeah. Complete name is Semi Yulianto. Yeah. So much to tell about myself, but anyway, I'm a practitioner, cybersecurity practitioner, consultant. I'm the founder and CEO, and also the chief hacking officer of my company, which is the Sistek Global Informasi SGI Asia, while also working as the SME for many different organizations such as Traveloka, Thrift, Gudang Crypto, Asuransi, and blah, blah, blah. Too many. Yeah, so not to show you this one, but I would really love if you, you guys, I mean, students or participants could also visit my website, which is I mean my YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/c/SemiYulianto, to see a lot of different videos regarding cybersecurity. Okay, so in short, let me give you the agenda. So we have two parts, as I already mentioned. The first one is this one, Cybersecurity Monitoring Services Essential, to give you the introduction about the Cybersecurity Operations Center, the Security Operations Center. And the second one will be about how to become the cybersecurity or SOC analyst. Now, for the first part, the agenda will be something like this. So we'll discuss about the Security Operations Center. What is actually Security Operations Center? So you need to know this one. I'll give you the introduction about the SOC itself. Then we'll move on to the SOC functions, the functions of the Security Operations Center. Move on to the SOC Building Blocks, SOC organization, and then we'll also have a look at the compatible Tag A detection. And then we have the SOC CMM, Capability Maturity Model. And then we have the modern SOC. Then we'll also talk about the SOC open source, how to actually build your own SOC. Yeah, I would love to share with you on how to build your own open source SOC. And then we'll also talk about duties and training needs, and also the SOC roles and responsibilities. Yeah, maybe someday you guys would like to become, you know, the SOC analyst or even the manager. You will come, and then The next one is about daily analysis overview and alarm triage overview. Yeah, hang on for a while. Yeah, let me turn off my camera for a while. Okay. By the way, we have about, I believe, 96 participants now. I'm pretty sure that you guys are quite interested in this particular session or the topic. Yeah. So let's start with the first topic here. By the way, I will share my presentation to Ma'am Rolaida Sonia. This presentation can be given to the students once I'm done with the presentation. I mean, after the session, you could freely distribute and share the presentation in case the students or participants would like to get them. Okay. Now, let's talk about the Security Operations Center. Anybody knows about the Security Operations Center? Maybe you have heard about the SOC. Yeah. The term SOC, Security Operations Center. Yeah. Sometimes they just call it as SOC or maybe like security defense or something like that. It's actually a centralized unit. Yeah. Which is normally built upon particular needs. And this unit is normally within the organization, which is responsible for monitoring, detection, analysis, and also response to security incidents and threats. So, of course, when a company or one organization would like to focus on their mission and business, they would think about an uninterrupted business, right? So uninterrupted business means that their business should go on a day-to-day basis. And yeah, we can call this term business as usual, right? So if I have my business, I would also expect the same thing. I want my business to run as usual without any interruption, correct? Now, of course, organization would focus on their core business function. So in terms of tackling the attacks or any cyber-related incidents or anything related to information security, cyber security, protecting critical assets, they are actually the responsibility of a particular organization unit, normally known as the information security / cyber security. And then organization would normally have the needs to have their own security operations center. Unfortunately, this SOC is, building an SOC is not cheap. It's expensive, very expensive, in fact. So what about a startup organization or a small organization, and they would like to actually have a security operations center? They have several options, in fact. They could actually build their own SOC team and have their own SOC as a centralized unit within the organization, or they could actually outsource, get the outsourced SOC or the third-party outsourced SOC and then they would actually, tell the third-party organization to look after or to protect their assets and monitor any possible security incidents and potential threats. Okay. Now, so they have two options: build their own SOC from scratch, and or outsource. Okay, it depends on their mission and vision, and also the goals of the organization. If your organization is not quite capable of, this is not only about money. This is not about funding. This is not about the dollar. Yeah, it's actually about technology, people, processes. Yeah, so all combined. Yeah, so even if your organization is rich and capable enough to actually provide the funding, maybe you will have the or the organization would have the obstacles of finding peoples and doing the proper processes and technology. So that's actually the challenge. Yeah, a lot of organizations nowadays would like to have their SOC, but lacking of people, processes, and technology, because SOC combines people, processes, and technology. It's not about funding. Yeah, you can buy the most expensive tools for the SOC, but if you do not have any people, if you do not have anyone who will manage the SOC, that SOC will become, or that tools will become, or those tools will become obsolete. Yeah. So SOC combines people, processes, and technology to provide 24/7, if possible, 24/7. You can start with, let's say, let's say 8/5. Yeah, I mean like a day-to-day basis rather than 24/7. It depends. Yeah, 24/7 monitoring, continuous monitoring is normally provided by a larger organization. Yeah, because they have a lot of transactional data. Yeah, and they have a lot of assets being protected. Yeah, or to be protected. So the usual SOC will provide 24/7 security surveillance and incident response capabilities to protect the organization assets, data, and reputation. So that's actually the idea about the SOC. Okay. Now let's have a look at the other things about the SOC. Yeah. So a security operations center is a critical component of the organization, specifically related to the security strategy. It is actually designed, the SOC is actually designed to provide a centralized, structured approach to the security management, which intends to help the organization to proactively detect, respond to, and recover from security incidents. And the SOC typically includes a team of security professionals with a variety of skills, which could include network security administrators, analysts, security analysts, incident responders, and even security engineers. Then they work together to monitor security systems, the networks, to, of course, to detect any potential security incident, and definitely coordinate response effort. And about the technology, yeah, remember that SOC also relies on technology. Okay, now the technology used by SOC should actually provide a range of security tools, which could be something like the security information and event management, known as SIEM or SIM. And then we have the intrusion detection and prevention system, the firewall, antivirus, anti-malware system, and other security technologies. Now, why do we need to use the tools? The tools are normally used to provide the SOC with real-time visibility to the organization's security posture. Of course, this is actually to enable the teams to quickly detect and respond to the security incident. So the tools are very, I would say, very crucial to the SOC. But of course, we are not only, or we should not only rely on the tools. Yeah. So tools are just tools, right? We need people to operate, right? And the SOC plays critical roles in incident response. Yeah. Normally, we'll need to. I mean, the SOC will need to closely work with other parts of the organization, which would be something like public relations, business units, or any other departments in order to provide the effective response to a security incident. And some of the activities related to the SOC or the incidents include isolating affected system. Of course, the system should be, I mean, this system could be somewhere in HR department or maybe in sales and marketing department. So that's why we need to have the coordination. And when you have the particular incident, we'll need to somehow isolate the system, the affected system, do the investigation, forensic investigation, also implement remediation measures like resetting the passwords or maybe unplugging the network cable or disabling the user account or something like that. Of course, the idea is to prevent future incidents to happen. Yeah. And in addition to incident response, the SOC is also responsible for continuous improvement of security processes, procedures, also threat intelligence gathering, analysis, and vulnerability management. We have a lot of, I mean, the SOC here has a lot of responsibilities. Okay, and the activities usually would help the organization to stay ahead and alert, yeah, involving threat landscape to maintain a high level of security on their systems and data. Yeah, so something like that. Yeah, too many words maybe. Yeah, but I really hope that you will understand the SOC function or the functions of the SOC in an organization. So this is just an example of a security operations center, a view of a modern security operations center. Okay, I will hang on for a while. Maybe I'll pause or I'll stop for a while. Perhaps up to this topic, any question from any of you? You can type your question, raise your hand. Anybody would like to ask questions? Naka-mute ba yung mga participants, ma'am?
Sir?
Naka-mute ba sila? Hello?
Any
Naka-mute ba lahat?
questions?
Yeah. Maybe you can if anyone would like to ask questions, go ahead, so that we will have an interactive session rather than just one-way session, one-way communication. Yeah.
No questions so
No
far.
question. Okay. Right. Okay. Good. So imagine, you work in this particular organization and you have this kind of room. Wow, nice, eh? Pero ito yung Central Intelligence ko eh. Sorry, Homeland Security pala. Homeland Security. I took this picture because I like the way they arrange the monitors. So imagine you're working in a room like this and with full of monitors. Yeah. full of, tools and views, and very nice. Okay. And of course, maybe you have a question like, can I work in a security operations center, but I work remotely? Can I work remotely for this particular organization? Yes. You can be anywhere in the world. Okay. You can work remotely. You just need a PC or a laptop or even a tablet, and do the monitoring. Okay. Okay, hang on for a while. I think I saw several questions here. Okay, let me check one by one. Okay, from Ryan John, very long name, John Delara. Question: what SOC standards are being adopted by Indonesia? Does Indonesia certify or accredit SOC? No. In each country, we usually have what we call as, or what they call as the CERT. CERT stands for the Computer Emergency Response Team. Okay. Now, Indonesia has the CERT. Yeah. So we have the CERT organization. I believe that in the Philippines, you guys also have the Philippine CERT or PH CERT. Yeah. So they usually there's actually no standard for the SOC, but usually the CERT organization, the Computer Emergency Response Team, or the Computer Security Incident Response Team, the country's CERT, like PH CERT, Indonesia CERT, or Malaysia CERT, they provide the guidance on how to build the SOC. Okay, so if you ask about the standards, we do not have an actual standard for this SOC, but we are actually guided by our national SOC, yeah, like Indonesian SOC. Indonesian CERT or IDCRT or something like that. I believe that Philippines also has the CERT. Yeah, I believe I believe the name is the PH CERT, Philippine CERT, something like that. Okay. Now that's actually my answer to your question. Okay, then yeah, CERT PH. Okay, that's actually correct. Yeah. Okay, there's another question from Gyal Kunanan. Yeah. Aside from being cheap on building SOC from scratch, what is the disadvantage of using third-party SOC? Now, I would say that the advantage or the advantages of using third-party SOC is that you could actually focus on your core business rather than investing the money, the funds, the people in your organization to build your own SOC. So you can focus. Okay, the main concept of outsourcing the SOC is to focus on the core business of the organization. So you don't have to worry about who will actually manage the SOC. Of course, there are some disadvantages, like you need to somehow, when you talk about the money or the funds, building your own SOC would be more expensive rather than as compared to the to having the third-party SOC. Right now, some disadvantages include you have to trust the third-party SOC to actually manage all of your assets, which could be somehow not really, not really that proper, or I would say that there are some risk in terms of trusting people managing your own assets. Okay, and on for a while. Okay. Here from from Sir Taurus yeah, I think from the lecture, yeah, am I Taurus? We are currently building our dedicated SOC at Sumacap. We have the computers and monitors ready for installation next week. Can you give the list of open source SOC software system we can install? Okay, so I'll be giving you this information later on. Yeah, but definitely use their, the SOC, the open source SOC tools. Oh, actually, there are a lot of SOC tools available in the market. Yeah, you can I can name something like Wazoo, security operations centers, and so on. Yeah, and perhaps one day I will. Yeah, I'm not sure when, but of course you can. I'm honored to be invited if you could actually invite me to visit the SOC in the campus. Yeah. Yes. Thank you, Sir Marlon. Yeah. And then there are some other questions like how should the structure of security operation team? Yeah. Medyo mahaba ito eh. The next question is about how you should structure your security operation teams. Usually we have something like the offensive security, we have defensive security, we have IT GRC, and we have security operations. I'll talk about this, or maybe you can email me regarding this question. Medyo long the answer would be a bit long to discuss here. Yeah. So perhaps I would just proceed with my next slide. Yeah. Now let's have a look at the. Thank you. Yeah, you could actually. This is my number. Let me just give you my number, my WhatsApp number. By the way, here in Indonesia, Singapore, Malaysia, and other countries, we are actually using mostly we are using WhatsApp and Telegram. We don't really use Fiverr. So I believe that sa Philippines yata most of you guys are using Fiverr, not really that secure. So I would really suggest that you guys can actually switch to Telegram for more secure end-to-end communication. Yeah. Anyway, that's my advice. Yeah, my suggestion. Okay, let's move on a bit. Are you guys ready for the next one? Everyone? Okay. Okay, next, let's have a look at this one. Are you still able to see my screen? No issue? Okay, great. Now, if there are some questions regarding the SOC function, what are these SOC functions? Yeah, these are the main functions. Yeah. First is security monitoring. Yeah. The implementation and development of detection rules and analysis of security events and incidents. That's about the security monitoring. Okay. Then the second one is about threat hunting, which is the active search for new threats and suspicious anomalies about events collected in monitoring tools. Okay. Then the third one is the threat intelligence. So your SOC has to be able to do or to provide the threat intelligence, which is about collecting information about threats, okay, and their motivations from external sources and in a community manner with other organizations. The fourth one is about cyber brand protection, which is about monitoring of external information sources in order to detect leaks of confidential data from patients or staff, such as login data, external documents, etc. Okay, and then the last one is about actually this is not last, yeah. I believe that you could actually add more functions to the SOC. Depends on the organization's requirements, yeah. So last but not least is the incident response, about recommendations on how to go about resolving security incident and helping to deal with them. Okay. Now, to summarize, you could actually look at the main functions here: security monitoring, threat hunting, threat intelligence, cyber brand protection, and incident response. Okay. Now, this is another view of the SOC function. SOC should provide the reporting, the knowledge base, the log collection, the SIM, the ticketing, threat intelligence, research and development, as well as aggregation, correlation. Okay. All right. So that's about the SOC function. Okay. The first one and the second one. Yeah. And let's move on a bit to the SOC building block. Yeah. As I've already mentioned earlier this morning regarding the people, process, or processes, and technology. Okay, hang on. Just a minute. Okay, sorry, apologize. I have to pause for a while. Yeah, so back to the SOC building block. We have people, we have process, and we have the technology. Okay, so people need to have several types of training, such as formal training, on-the-job experience, vendor-specific training, and of course the internal training. Okay, and for the processes, we'll need to follow the incident response processes, which start with preparation, identification, containment, eradication, recovery, and lesson learned. While in terms of technology, I've already mentioned about having endpoint security and also others related to network monitoring, such as the NetFlow, threat intel, the forensic, and incident detection and management. Okay, so this is the SOC building blocks. Remember this one. We need to have people who are being trained, yeah, or who should be trained well. And then we have the processes or process following the incident response process, and the technology that would support our detection and monitoring capabilities. Okay. Now, the next one would be the next slide would be, I believe, quite interesting, because this is about the SOC organization. Okay. Now, as you can see that here we have at least 3 layers, yeah, excluding the SOC manager. Okay. So the first layer here is the front lines. This is also called first level or first tier. Yeah, tier 1. Tier 1 is also known as the alert analyst. Okay, they are actually people who are handling the day-to-day alerts. They will utilize the SIM or SIM solutions such as commercial SIM solutions such as QRadar, maybe Alien Vault, or maybe something like Splunk or Logarithm or anything else. Okay, you could use any tools. Then the first level people here, the frontliners, the tier 1 alert analysts, will actually look at the alert or alerts. They will actually try to find the most significant alerts to be solved. If they cannot solve the issue or issues, then they will actually need to escalate to the to the second layer, which is tier 2 incident responder. So imagine, let's say I am a tier 1 analyst and I saw thousands of alerts, but of course you'll need to do triage, selecting, classification or classifying the alerts based on their severity or the level. Yeah. So I'll be handling, as tier 1 analyst, I'll be handling all of the alerts and tag the alert as, let's say, false positive or maybe true positive, and I need to solve each and every alert. Yeah, but usually the priority would be critical to high to critical alerts. Medium low alert would be taken care later. Okay. Now, if tier 1 analysts cannot solve or cannot tackle the alerts, then they will need to escalate this issue or issues to tier 2 incident responder. Now, tier 2 people or tier 2 staff are usually people with very good technical, or I would say they are the experts on several things, such as they are the expert in threat hunting and threat intelligence. Okay, so tier 1 requires at least 1 year experience, while tier 2 would be like 2 to 3 years experience in cybersecurity monitoring, continuous monitoring, and others. Now, if let's say tier 2 incident responders still cannot solve the issue, this issue or issues will, the issues will be brought forward to the, or escalated to the SME or hunter, yeah, to the 3rd level. So tier 2 is 2nd level, tier 3 is the 3rd level. And the 3rd level here, in this 3rd level, you will have something like the subject matter expert or hunter, specialized in threat intelligence, and then we have the malware reverse engineering SME, endpoint SME, and network SME. Okay, and the 3rd level or tier 3 here, the SME or hunter are very experienced cybersecurity analysts. They should have, in fact, more than 5 years experience, okay, in handling the incidents and taking care of the SOC. And of course, in the middle, we have the SOC manager, SOC manager. The SOC manager has the responsibility of managing the people and other resources, including technology and processes. Yeah. And the SOC manager is normally responsible for the entire SOC organization. Okay. Okay, let's move on to the next one, compatible tag 8 detection. So again, as I already mentioned earlier, that we need technology. because we can use the technology as tools that would actually provide the feasibility, yeah, detection, visibility, and of course, analysis, yeah. So network traffic, network flow, system logs, endpoint data, threat intel, security events, or maybe identity asset context are the examples of compatible technology aid detection, which provide the feasibility, of course, by centralizing various sources of data into the security monitoring systems like the SIM, the Security Information and Event Management. Now, the idea is to gain actionable insight about possible anomalies, indicative to of threat activity. Now, of course, the people who work or the staff working as SOC analyst level 1 or SOC 1, 2, and 3 will need to do the analysis to analyze data from different sources or various sources and further interrogate and triage devices of interest to scope an incident. And by having feasibility and doing the analysis, finally, we can take the action, okay? Based on findings, automated and manual intervention can be made to include patching firewall, modification of, let's say, network configuration, system quarantine, re-imaging, or even credential revocation would be the example of the actions, yeah. Once we have analyzed the actual incident, of course, provided or assuming that the incident is true positive and not false negative, okay? All right, up to this one, any question? Any question?
Anyone? Okay, I think none so far, Sir Sammy.
If you're having a difficulty or difficulties in English, nagtatagalog na lang.
Okay, by the way, marunong mag-Tagalog si Sir
Oh,
Sammy.
yes. I'm using Tagalog with my son. So he can speak 3 different languages. Tagalog, actually 4. Pangalatok, Tagalog, Indonesian, and English. Okay. So any question? No question? Tahimik lang kayo. Yeah, I want this session to be more interactive rather than, just one way. Wala pa? Okay. Sige. Okay, let's move on to the next one. This SOC CMM. Okay. Do you know anything about the SOC CMM or none for a while? Yeah. CMM stands for the Capability Maturity Model. Okay. So in building your SOC, you could also somehow measure the effectiveness and the readiness and effectiveness of your SOC. So you can actually use this SOC CMM, Capability Maturity Model. And what the domains being measured include business, people, process, technology, and of course, services. Yeah. With the aspects, a lot of different aspects like business drivers, charter, privacy, customers, governance. Yeah. While people, we have employees, the training and education, hierarchy, SOC management, reporting, operations and facilities and technology would include SIEM, security information and event management, IDS, IPS, and so on. While services would include security monitoring, the security incident management, vulnerability management, threat hunting, and so on and so forth. Okay, so when you start building your SOC, you could actually start from scratch. Then after a while, maybe like after 2 to 3 years, then you could actually, try to do your self-assessment, self-assessment by utilizing the SOC CMM or capability maturity model. This would actually allow you to measure the maturity of your SOC in terms of business, people, process, technology, and services. Okay, if I'm not mistaken, the highest possible maturity level would be maturity level 5. Yeah, something like that. Okay, we'll talk about this in the future maybe. Yeah. Okay, now the next slides are actually about modern SOC. So modern SOC would be something like this. They would actually should be able to focus on people, so people-centric function, focus on quality, responsiveness, and rapid remediation. Yeah, you can use any different technology here, like the security information in event management, and then also extended detection and response, and so on and so forth. And also the next slide will show you is showing you about security operations model, function, and tool from tier 1 to tier 3. Yeah, like you can use automation to automate investigation and remediation, and then we have the tier 1 triage. Yeah, about rapid remediation and escalation. Investigation, tier 2, advanced analysis, remediation, and remediation, and then proactive hunting and advanced forensic detection and detection tuning. Yeah, so this is actually available for hunting, yeah, or tier 3. And then also showing about the defend across attack chains, like from the inside to the external threat. So we should be able to detect any possible insider and external threats. Yeah, something like this. This is actually, the slides are actually coming from Microsoft, because Microsoft, they also have their own SOC tools such as the Sentinel. Yeah, Sentinel is the what do you call this? The Microsoft SOC tool. Now, this one is actually answering Mr. Torres. Torres, are you there?
Yeah.
Sir Torres, this is actually the one I have mentioned earlier. If you wanted to build the open source based SOC, then these are some of the tools that I would actually recommend. Maybe you can take a screenshot on this one. Yeah. A lot of organizations, in fact, even in Indonesia, they are organizations, that startup organizations, they choose to implement open source. Okay, they can use the these tools like MISP, threat sharing. Yeah, and then they have this PF-Sense, Surikata, Cuckoo, Elasticsearch, Simplify, OS Query, MitraTac, Honeypot. Yeah, you can use any Honeypot available, mostly open source, Wazoo, and security onions. Yeah, the last one here is the SOS, is actually a security onion solution. Yeah, which provide the security onions solution. Yeah, or the tools. Okay, let's move on a bit. So the next one. Now, let's talk about duties and training needs. Yeah. As I already mentioned earlier, you should have tier 1 alert analyst, or sometimes they call it as SOC level 1. Duties include continuously monitor and alert the alert queues, triages, security alerts, monitor the health of security sensors and endpoints, select data and context which are necessary to initiate tier 2 work. Yeah, and of course, this tier 1 requires different trainings such as alert triage procedure, network security information and event management, and host-based investigative training and other tool-specific training. Certification could include CompTIA, and we also have tier 2 incident responder, which usually will perform deep dive analysis by incident analysis by correlating data from various sources, and also determine if a critical system or data set have been impacted, advises remediation, provide support for new analytics methods for detecting threats. Okay. Okay. I believe Ma'am Rolaida asked for the best open source compatible in university settings. In fact, a lot of open source available, Ma'am. So you can use the one I mentioned earlier, these are good, more than good enough for university. I usually give my students, and when we have like the cybersecurity bootcamp or something, or even in a class when I teach, when I deliver this information security or cybersecurity. So we usually, or me personally, I would like the students to actually have several projects integrating, let's say, integrating Wazoo with, let's say, Honeypot, integrating Wazoo with, let's say, MISP, PFSense, or even Suricata. So these are the projects usually done by the students. They could actually do something like integrating Telegram. Let's say all notifications will be sent to Telegram. Yeah, so you can set something like that. You can create a project to integrate Wazoo or anything else, and then integrate the communication channels such as Telegram or even WhatsApp through the API, application programming interface. Medyo mahirap pero maganda ito. The result is pretty well, yeah, pretty good, because we can actually offer this to small organizations. Yeah, again, university students could actually do a lot of different projects related to SOC, and the results, I mean, the good results could possibly be offered to the organization. You can actually sell this, I would say, solutions to small organizations, small and medium enterprises in the Philippines. Yeah, they would love to have this kind of tools being integrated and ready to use. Sigurado yan. Yeah. Okay. And then move on to the duties and training needs for tier 3. The tier 3 is the subject matter expert or hunter. They have a lot of duties related to malware, forensic, threat intelligence, and so on and so forth. While the SOC manager, maybe Mr. Torres could be the SOC manager someday for the university SOC, yeah, would be able to manage resources, including personnel, the budget, communication, and so on and so forth, including, of course, the strategy. Okay. All right. What else? Now, the next slide is more about the SOC roles and responsibilities. Okay. This figure actually shows the roles and responsibilities of each of the group of people, like the SOC manager, the tier 1 or tier N, team engineer, and security process engineer. So something like that, yeah. And more about the SOC responsibility. This is actually the summary of SOC roles and responsibility, where we have the L1, L2, and L3. Okay. If you have no idea about what would be the duties and responsibilities of L1, L2, and L3, you can actually grab from this table. Yeah. And this slide actually shows about the daily analysis overview, where the SOC level 1 to SOC level 3 will have to do SOC level 1 doing the alarm triage and review to and use the security based process or model, investigate, follow up, document, and escalate, and so on. Yeah. So whenever possible, yeah, you could actually use this review or the analysis in order to to deal with your daily or day-to-day operations in your SOC. Yeah. So this daily analysis would actually include level 1, level 2, and level 3. Yeah. And then finally, alarm triage. This is very crucial, because when you review alarms, you'll need to classify the alarm based on the urgency. Yeah. And check whether the alarm or alerts are likely to be true or false positive. Yeah. True positive or false positive. Okay. And if it is true positive, you'll need to investigate and act on alarm. While it is true, false positive, then you will need to classify and mark as resolved. Yeah. Okay. So that's actually the first part. Yeah. I still have other parts. Any questions so far? I will move on or proceed with the next part, which is part 2, about the SOC analyst. Okay, so first part will be done once I've ended this presentation. Any questions so far about the SOC, overall SOC? So far, no. Sobrang tahimik naman to. Any question? No? Okay. No? Okay. If there's no question, then I will continue with the next part, or the second part. Okay. So this is the part of the presentation. Security Operations Center, Security Defense, how to become and work as a SOC analyst or cybersecurity analyst. Okay. Now the agenda. First, we're going to talk about the SOC analyst. What is a SOC analyst? Then we'll talk about what do SOC analysts do. Then steps to become a SOC analyst, security certification, red and blue team certification, things to learn as a SOC analyst. And we'll talk about the CompTIA Cyber Lab for SOC analysts, SOC and blue team tools, tools of the trade, blue team tools, and on the job. Okay. So if you want to become a SOC analyst, okay, you will need to master several skill sets. Okay. I'll talk about this in my presentation here. First, let's talk about what's actually a SOC analyst. As I already mentioned, that the SOC analysts, they're the first responders to the cybersecurity threats and make the first analysis of the incident. And the SOC analyst evaluates the situation and, if necessary, perform escalation to the senior analyst. As already mentioned earlier in my previous presentation, that there are three levels of there are three levels of the SOC analyst. First level, alert analyst. Second level, known as the incident responder, and level 3 is known as the SME or hunter. SME stands for this, not the small medium business, but is the subject matter expert. Okay. Now, what do SOC analysts do? In general terms, it perform analysis during various security solutions. Through the use of tools such as SIM, SOAR, EDR. EDR is the endpoint detection response, log management, and so on and so forth. And it requires a broad perspective as it has to analyze many different situations. Okay, so this is what you're actually will be doing. If you are the SOC analyst, you will be performing analysis during various security solutions. Okay, I mean during security incident, or just clarifying whether the alarm is suspicious or not. And of course, if you move to the second and third level, you'll need to have better understanding about the incident, about the alert, about the forensic, and so on. You need to have a lot of experience in terms of managing the incident. Okay. Now, question ako, anyone here would like to become a SOC analyst? Anyone? Ma'am Rolaida? Yes, you can become maybe L1 first, because you don't have any experience yet. So L1 muna. Pwede pwede naman remote. You can work remotely. If you guys are interested, I could actually give you some examples of how to do remote management or remote analysis using several tools. Baka sa susunod, we can think about our collaboration in terms of providing the resources to the needs of SOC analysts, from level 1, level 2 to level 3. What's the question? I just want to know if there's a time parameter in difference level is alert to response, isn't it? Yes, actually we use several parameters such as the we use a matrix called MTTR and MTTR and MTDR. Mean time to detect and mean time to response. So everything will be calculated automatically by the tool. So if you would like to be trained, I can give you, in fact, I'm planning to give a free training about this about the skills needed for the SOC analyst. So something like maybe 2 to 3 days training, utilizing the tools or something like that. We can plan this ahead, Ma'am Rolaida. Maybe next time we can have like a half-day session to train students about the actual work of the SOC analyst. Kasi ito yung introduction lang to eh. This is just an introduction. So next we can think about the actual training about the use of the tools, provided or assuming that the lab has been prepared by Sir Torres. Pwede ma'am, di ba? Okay, so we can start with building the lab muna. Okay, first we will build the lab.
I-arrange natin yan ulit for
Pwede.
semis.
Yes. So we prepare
Thank
the
you so
lab.
much.
Once the labs are available, then we can do the actual training on giving the skills or the skill sets needed by the what do you call this, the students or the participants. Yeah, but at least you can actually think about yeah, kahit yung sa pwede naman sa OJT, di ba? We have discussed about the on-the-job training. If it is possible to send your students or participants, the students of NEUST to our facility here, then it would probably nice to have people coming from the Philippines. Yeah, we'll talk about that later. Yeah. Okay, then let's move on to steps to become a SOC analyst. Yeah. Well, becoming a SOC analyst is not easy. Yeah. You'll need to spend a lot of effort. Okay. So you should actually start by learning fundamentals. What fundamentals you need to learn? We'll discuss about that later. Okay. So first, learn about the fundamentals, cybersecurity related fundamentals, or essential cybersecurity, what do you call this, knowledge. And then second, you will need to create your portfolio. Yeah. Then followed by, of course, the experience. You'll need to gain experience on this. And then this is actually optional, but I would really encourage you to get the certifications for red and blue team. And then definitely later on, find a job. And additionally, you could actually, add up your security certifications to make yourself more valuable to the organization. Okay. Now let's start with the fundamental. Ito yung mga fundamentals. What things that you need to learn? Yeah. I am using CompTIA syllabus to train my staff, to train my people. I don't use others because others are more expensive and proprietary, while CompTIA is, I would say, is an affordable solution or an affordable education solution for you to learn cybersecurity. You can start with, let's say, CompTIA IT Fundamental. Okay. Okay, hang on for a while. Let me, because I need to connect to the lab. Yeah, let me just connect this again. Yeah, so that I can show you the, I will give you a demonstration later on. Yeah. Okay, just hang on for a while. I'll connect back to my lab. Okay. Okay, let me proceed first with the slide. Yeah. Okay, so you need to learn the IT fundamentals about the hardware, the software. Then you can also learn about the operating systems, the application. If you would like to learn about the network and security fundamentals, you can learn by doing the study of CompTIA Network Plus, Security Plus, Pen Test, and SISA for the blue team and blue team or defensive team. All of these certifications and materials are quite cheap, yeah, affordable for the student, yeah. And in fact, we are, my organization, my company is a CompTIA authorized partner, okay. For the Philippines, I could actually introduce Ma'am Rolaida I can introduce
Yes,
you
sir.
to the Philippines country manager of CompTIA so that you can actually discuss maybe further discuss about the collaboration with CompTIA.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
We're excited.
Yeah.
Collaborate with you.
Yeah. Meron silang office sa Philippines, so CompTIA Philippines. So I will perhaps maybe later on today I will give you his contact so that you can reach him regarding the academic partnership. Okay, ma'am? Okay, ito yung fundamentals. So make sure that you understand the hardware, software, operating system, network security, and furthermore, you can learn about red team and the blue team. Yeah. And then the second step is create your portfolio. You can write down something on LinkedIn. Yeah. Write something in LinkedIn. LinkedIn is just like Facebook. It's for professionals. You can also write something in Medium, Reddit, or any interesting topics such as OWASP top 10, red and blue team, and then also why blue team is important. So show something, show that you know about the cybersecurity to attract people to perhaps hire you. Okay. And then you can move on to building your experience. How do you build your experience? And of course, if you are new to the cybersecurity and SOC, you'll need to have the your experience being built. Yeah. How to do that? First is you can do your own lab. You can create. You can have your own lab of practice with your own lab or university's lab, and then after that, take an internship or on-the-job training in the field of blue team that will make this process easier. And then if you're a university or college student, you can make it clear that you can actually would like to make a career in blue team by doing your internship in this field. So internship is one of many ways in building the experience. Of course, first you'll need to practice with any available labs or hands-on labs available in your organization or in your university. Then take an OJT, yeah, the on-the-job training. Yeah, you can actually try to engage with the immersion program. You can engage with industries like PLDT or maybe Globe or maybe banking. Yeah. So I would really suggest to engage with the industry. Industrial or financial. I would say the actual industry, that because they are doing the business, right? They have their SOC, or maybe they can engage your staff or the students to play around with their own SOC or something like that. Okay, so OJT is one of many ways. Yeah, of course, this requires you to select a good and reputable organization. Yeah. Now about the security certification. Yeah. A lot of certifications are available that is actually related to the cybersecurity. But if you look at this one, you can go to pauljeremy.com security certification roadmap. You can see a lot of security certifications available there. But to be precise, let me show you the cybersecurity cert and career path based on the CompTIA. So we have for the basic skill, intermediate skill, and advanced skill, we have CompTIA, ITF, IT fundamentals, A+, network plus that are available for you guys who would like to pursue the career or as the help desk or support specialist or IT technician. For those who would like to become a pen tester, ethical hacker, or even security auditor, you can take several certifications such as A+, Linux Plus, Network Plus for the basic level, then followed by Pentest Plus and or CompTIA plus, the CISA plus for the cybersecurity analyst, SOC analyst, and incident responder. Now, more precise, in this red and blue team certification, and such as the SOC 1 analyst, SOC 2 analyst, incident responder, and SOC 3 SME hunter. So CompTIA has a wide range of certification that would allow you to build the the skill set of the analyst. Okay. Okay, then things to learn. Yeah, so these are the things that you need to learn as the SOC analyst. Like you'll need to learn about the cyber threat intelligence, the CTI, pyramid of pain, cyber threat hunting, cyber incident response, advanced persistent threat. And then we have the cyber kill chain. We have this the diamond model, yeah, and the micro attack framework. Okay. Okay, hang on for a while. Let me stop sharing this one.
Taga Malaysia. Pero siya mag-Tagalog. Audiovisual. Paano ba yan?
Hindi ako taga Malaysia, Indonesia.
Ay,
It's
Indonesia
different.
pala siya.
Yes,
Indonesian.
correct. Magtatagalog naman ako eh. Yung mga anak ko sa sa Pangasinan, Urdaneta. Okay, let me proceed with this one first. So may blue team certifications. We have red team certification. Then things to learn as a SOC analyst. So we have the cyber threat intelligence, where we learn about strategic, operational, tactical, and technical. What do you call this? Cyber threat intelligence. Yeah. And then we have the pyramid of pain, cyber threat hunting, cyber incident response, advanced persistent threat, cyber kill chain, the diamond model for intrusion analysis, yeah, and also about the micro attack, yeah. So we have a lot of things to learn here. Okay. Now about the micro attack, we can actually discuss this in another session, because this is actually quite complex. Yeah, this is where you learn about the tactics, techniques, and procedures in terms of the cyber attack. Yeah. Okay, something like that. Yeah, and of course. Again, as I already mentioned earlier, that you'll need to, when you are building your capability in becoming the SOC analyst, you'll need to do a lot of practice. Okay, so this is just an example of a CompTIA lab for CISA CS0002, which could be adapted in your organization or in your university. So you can do a self-learning or self-paced learning, yeah. And this is just an example of how you can actually learn this. You don't need to set up anything in your laptop or on your PC. You don't need to set anything. You just need a browser and internet. Of course, you need to have the internet and browser where you can actually connect to the lab and run the lab. Yeah, but of course, this is not free. This is the lab from CompTIA, where you can actually learn, how to build your skills in terms of the analysis and so on and so forth. Yeah. The price is about $45 US for 1 year access. Yeah. So if you guys are interested, you can actually contact me directly or maybe through Mom Rolaida regarding how to get this kind of lab, yeah, so that you can actually do your self-paced. Yeah, ito ma'am, yung CompTIA lab. So by using this CompTIA lab, the students could actually practice, do their own hands-on practice by just utilizing a web browser and internet. Yeah, so cloud-based ito, cloud-based. So you don't need to set up anything. Pero of course, if it is actually available, I mean, if the SOC lab is available in your university, then of course you can use the lab. Pero for remote students, I would really suggest to use this kind of lab. We can talk about this later on. Yeah. Yeah. This is actually not free. It's actually from
Noted,
CompTIA.
sir.
Yeah, from CompTIA,
Yes.
1 year access is about 45 to 48 US dollar. Yung presyo. Yeah. Daming lab. Actually, they have more than 12 hours lab. All hands-on. Yeah. So if you want to enhance or and improve the skills of the students, you can actually, I would say propose or suggest the lab. I would personally suggest the students to also take something like this. Yeah, very nice lab. Yeah, I
Noted, sir.
usually suggested the students to use the lab so that they can, enhance their skill, because the labs has, complete instructions about what to do. The step-by-step instruction is on the right side, on the right page. Okay, like for example, this one, analyzing output from network security monitoring. Yeah. Okay. So this is for the practice. Now you can also take advantage of the Blue Team tools to learn more about the SOC. Like you can use the honeypots and sandboxes, incident response, log management, and so on and so forth. Yeah, you can go to the securitytrails.com/blog/Blue Team tools. These are the list of tools that you should actually, I would say, master. Yeah. And other tools of trades include this one. This is actually coming from Wazoo. Yeah. This is Wazoo, tools of trade number 1. I'm utilizing this. This is also from Wazoo. And then this is another tool called Security Onion. Yeah, where you can actually see a lot of different alerts, and you can, interactively, select and deal with the alerts. And then we also have this one. This is actually free. All of these are free. Yeah. So this is free, open source. This is free, open source. This is also free. Another one is also free, where this is where you can actually learn about malware analysis, malware hunting. The name of the tool is called any.run. Yeah, any.run. Any.run is malware hunting live access. You can actually find a lot of different malwares and study about the malware without having to install anything on your PC. You just need to use a browser. You can upload anything to the website and then do the actual analysis. Okay. Ito rin, free din to, Malware Bazaar. And also the second one is Virus Total, where you can actually analyze you can analyze malware or any potential malware threats. Okay. Then others, this is also another tool which is also free called OpenCTI, Open Cyber Threat Intelligence, where we can actually find a lot of different activities and threats. Yeah. So we have a lot of different tools here, Sir Torres. Yeah, Mr. Torres. Yeah. We can actually use all of these tools to enhance the capability of the SOC. Now, you can also learn about this blue team toolkit. Like I will give you some examples of this. You can use like ipconfig, PuTTY, Nessus, OpenVAS. Yeah, all of these are the tools for you guys to learn before becoming a security analyst. And last but not least is about finding jobs. Yeah. So how do I find job related to the cybersecurity analyst? Yeah, you can find the jobs in LinkedIn, Monster, Golf Talent, and so on. Yeah, you can use the keyword search such as SOC analyst, cybersecurity analyst, and so on. All right. So that's the end of my presentation. And after this, I'll give you a short demonstration about our mini SOC lab. Okay. Any questions so far? Go ahead, guys. If you have any question, let me know. Anyone? Mr. Esteban, I think your mic is on. Are you going to ask any question? Raise hand na lang kung may question kayo. If you have any question, let me know. Overwhelming. Overwhelming. Okay, sige. Pag walang question, okay, ganito na lang. Let me share my, I have my own, I would say, sub-arranged lab in my company. So this is the, can you see my screen? Good. Okay.
Yes, sir, Sammy.
Okay. All right. Just give me a minute, huh? Yeah.
So you are using WASU platform?
Yes. I'm in our lab, we are actually using Wazoo. This is just an example of Wazoo. We just need a very, I would say, low-level server. Okay. Hang on, just give me a minute. Let me connect again. Naka-disconnected kasi. Okay, hang on. Okay, so this is Wazoo. We have Wazoo, and we also have now here with Wazoo, you can actually find a lot of information. And here I'm actually utilizing Wazoo to maintain some examples. I mean, examples of agents. So we have 5 agents just for lab purposes. I mean, hands-on practices. So we have like Microsoft Windows Server 2008. We have domain controller. We have the Microsoft Windows Server 2019. And then we have Windows VAN SVR 10, which is actually Ubuntu Linux 21 and version 21. And we also have the VAN DST 10, which is actually our Windows 10 client, just to give you an example. Yeah. So by each of the client or the agent, we can just click on this one and then see more about the agent. You can go to security events. You can also look at the other modules available. Yeah, like you can click this one. You can go to integrity monitoring. You can go to vulnerabilities. Yeah. You can also look at the micro attack. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. So I have yeah, and then you can also go to the micro attack. What do you call this for this agent? And of course, you can go through the framework to see the tactics, techniques, and procedures. Yeah. And you can even look at the context of different APT groups. Yeah. And this is the dashboard. Yeah. You can also look at the events. Yeah. What are the events available? Like, for example, you can search for the defense evasion technique. Yeah. And so on. Medyo mahaba to eh. Yeah. Just to give you an idea. Yeah. And then, yeah, for the security events, you can also use the, we are actually utilizing Wazoo as well as Security Onion. So this is our Security Onion, yeah, where you can actually find the alerts, yeah. Alerts, let me see, this week, yeah. You can see that we have a lot of different attacks, like for example here, Nmap scripting attack or something like web server attack, yeah. Yeah, maybe you can have a look at this one, maybe something like this one. ET is the emerging threat. This is actually the rules. Yeah, you can actually.
Sir Sammy, what are the
yeah.
blue colors?
Here, the blue colors here. This is actually to escalate. To escalate. Red here means it's high or even critical. So you can actually what do you call this, short this based on the criticality. Yeah. So usually the security analyst will look for this one, will look into this critical alert. Yeah. So they could actually go drill down. Yeah. Click on this one. Okay. Let's say I'm observing this and map scripting, and I could actually drill down and to see all other alerts. Yeah. Yeah, and you can see the IP address, the source IP, destination IP, and so on. Yeah, and overall, you can use this one, and you can also see the alerts by this one. This is actually the alert from the intrusion detection system, Suricata. So you can click the Suricata, and it'll give you more info about this one. Yeah. That's why we need to train people on how to use this kind of tools. Medyo, kasi medyo mahaba yung story. Yeah. And of course, to for this lab, I'm actually using different tools. Yeah. So I'm actually utilizing many different virtual machines. I have my server here running more than 15 virtual machines. So I'm using a server with CPU of Intel i7 with what Intel i7's 10th generation with 128 gigabyte of RAM. Yeah, so I use this for my VM, yeah, to run the VM, and then I use this Kali Linux, yeah, to simulate the attack. Yeah. So I can actually do something like this. Yeah, just an example of an attack. Yeah, I'm running the SQL injection attack to one of the servers, and I can actually run other type of scanning. Yeah, let's say 18.0/24-pp. So this would be able to generate the alerts on my target. Yeah. So as you can see, we have 569. You can refresh this to see more alerts. Yeah. Or even in Wazoo 16299, you can refresh this to see more alerts. See this one? More alerts created. Okay. Yeah, ito. So we use different tools to actually simulate the attack. Yeah, we can use this Kali Linux and other type of tools. Yeah. Yung kailangan lang, I mean, the requirements for the server is we need to have bigger RAM, like 128 or 256 gigabyte of RAM, so that you can actually run. Here, I'm running Kali Linux, I'm running Wazoo, I'm running Security Onion and other Windows. Yeah, like this one. Yeah. Your lab needs to be able to simulate a lot of different virtual machines. I mean, run virtual machines. So I'm running more than 15 virtual machines at the same time. Yeah. Kasi itong lab is not only for the blue team. The lab is also for those who would like to learn hacking, pen testing, and so on. Kaya marami tayong lab dito eh. I mean, virtual machine. Yeah. So we have Windows Server 2019. We have Ubuntu Server. Yeah, something like that. Dami. Yeah. We combine everything. Yeah, domain controller. So we have this one. We have Windows, older Windows version, and so on. Okay. All right. Any question? Ito yung dashboard. Ito yung ano. Yeah. Maganda pag mayroon na ano meron na kayong lab sa university. So people, I mean the students can visit and do their own hacking stuff, and then while we're observing the activities by utilizing these tools. Okay, any question? Ma'am, any question?
Sir, in terms of WhatsApp platform, is there the requirement of using this?
Ano ma'am? Can you repeat?
In terms of WASU, what is the hardware requirement, sir, using this WASU?
Minimum Intel i5 or i7 with the memory or RAM about 12 to 16 gigabyte RAM. Yeah. Any other?
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, thank you. Any other question?
So anyone who wants to ask questions, you can also raise your hand,
Yeah.
or you can type your questions in our chat box. Sabi ni Sir Sally, pwede daw pong mag-Tagalog.
Yeah.
Can understand
Tagalog na lang.
Tagalog.
Okay na daw. Hello, sir.
Yes. Morning.
My name is Sandro Cesar A. Villegas from the CACT, and I'm currently my question is, sir, can you share some idea about
And your voice, by the way, your voice is not clear. I can't really hear you.
Okay.
Sir Drew, dun po siguro sa mga nasa ABR, maybe you can use the ano na po, direct doon na po kayo dun sa laptop. Thank you po.
Hello, sir. You hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Sir, currently I am teaching web vulnerability subject for the IT students, and can we request or can you share some idea of what pen tester tools that we can use or we can teach to the students on how to penetrate a system source?
Marami, actually marami. You can use for free open source, you can use Kali Linux, you can use Parrot OS and so on. I see more than 300 tools available. I can't say it one by one.
So what do you recommend, sir? Highly recommended.
Kali Linux, yes, Kali.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, you're welcome. Any more questions? Or you guys are overwhelmed with the information? Sana nga one day I can visit and travel and visit to your university, ma'am.
Yes, sir. We are we are waiting for you to see you here in our university.
Okay, ano pa? Meron pa?
Gusto daw po kayo makita ni Sir, gusto daw po kayo makita ni Sir Marlon para
Marlon,
tulungan
okay.
sa pag-set up ng SOC.
Yeah, we'll schedule for that. Yeah, ma'am. Pag medyo
Thank you, sir.
maluwag-luwag yung yung oras or yung time ko.
Schedule.
Yeah. I will try to visit kahit 1 or 2 days lang.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Any more, ma'am? Any more? Mr. Joe, Neil. How can I address you, Joe? Neil Perla?
Yeah.
Sir John.
Hi, sir. Hi, sir.
Yeah. John. Yeah. Any more question?
I don't have any questions, sir.
No
That's
question.
yeah. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Anyway, I will be sending you the slides later on after once we're done with our session today, and so that the students or participants can have a look at the slides. And if there's any question, yeah, you can the students can directly email me or through Ma'am Rolaida. Okay. So far, that's from my end. I have finished my presentation, also give some demonstration regarding how to use the tools. Yeah. And I'm looking forward to get students from the university to do the on-the-job training. Yeah, you're welcome here to my organization. Yeah. Para you can also visit Jakarta, Indonesia. Yeah, ma'am? Okay, so that's actually the end of my presentation and demonstration. And if yeah, I will return this to Mom Rolaida for this session. Yeah, I don't have any more to discuss.
Okay, so
Yeah.
thank you so much, Sir Semi Yulianto. Let's give him heart reaction for this session. Okay, so I'm sure, Sir Semi, na marami po talaga silang napulot ng mga information with regards to the SOC or Security Operations Center. Okay, so anyway, so if no questions, we can have our awarding of certificate to Sir Semi. Hello, Sir Janil.
So, kung you subscribe, wala kang subscription na. Connections.
Hello, Sir Janil.
Hello, ma'am. Ma'am, wait lang pa.
Okay pa.
Oh.
Okay, so there are participants. Really appreciate Sir Sammy. So different students of it. Here, like, yeah, Sir Ismail, Ma'am Karel, yes, Sir Sammy. I hope we can see you in face to face.
Yes.
Yeah, in the
In the
future.
future. In the future. Yes.
Wait lang po at may technical problem lang. Take for a while lang, ma'am.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
no problem.
So, Sam,
Okay
thank
po.
you so much pa.
Okay, so for to avail a certificate, you need to fill out the evaluation form. Yes, wait.
Okay. And the next thing, kasi kailangan na approve and evidence na ito mga research. Or accessible. Iba't ibang institution. Makakapag-release pa.
Mula nasa ano na po yung evaluation form nasa chat box. Wait lang yung certificate. Medyo may problem lang po si Ron.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. So, next thing kasi sa ibang index.
Okay, so the registration and evaluation form is now available in our chat.
Loloy, okay na tayo.
Oh, wait lang yung certificate.
Certificate, ma'am. Nawalan na po ng internet. Wait lang po.
Anyway, Sir Janil, you can give your closing remarks. Okay, so here is our Director of Training Department, Dr. Janil Perea.
Thank you, Ma'am Doc Loy. To our University President, Ma'am Engineer Feli Jacoba, to the Dean of the Graduate School, Ma'am Dean Dr. Jocelyn Lee Cruz, of course, to the hardworking chair of the MSIT Department of the Graduate
Dr. Olida Solta, naputol siya.
School. I think
Yes.
they are all outside NEUST participants. To my to other faculty of the graduate school, members of the administrative council, of course, to our resource speakers, Sir Yemi Julianto, sir. Good morning. So I would like to congratulate and thank the MSIT department through Dr. Loy and of course Dean Josie for having this webinar on cybersecurity. As mentioned by Ma'am Doc Loy and even Ma'am President a while ago and Dean Josie, there are many advantages on the information technology at present, but of course, even though we have these advantages, there are even disadvantages on this. So through this webinar, Sir Yemi Julianto enlighten us on how we can be protected by this cybersecurity. So I hope, Ma'am Doc Loy, this will not be the last webinar. And then I think, sorry, sir, yes, we are on the transition period of having this again, this face-to-face and hybrid type of seminar. That's why we have some technical problems a while ago and even now. But rest assured that we will be improving our services regarding on this. So again, congratulations, Graduate School, for having this webinar, Sir Semi. We hope to see you here in NEST soon for our face-to-face training. So with that, thank you so much and good morning.
Okay, so thank you so much, Sir Janil, and of course, Sir Sammy. We are looking forward for another session for you to share again.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Okay naman. But if there's an issue.
Okay. So here is our certificate of recognition, which is awarded to Mr. Sammy Yulianto for imparting his valuable knowledge and expertise as trainer during the training on Security Operations Center held, of course, February 8, 2023 via Zoom. Given this 8th day of February 2023 here in our SOC platform and in the graduate school ABR in General Tino Street, NEUST, Cabanatuan City, Philippines. Of course, it is signed by our Director of Training, Sir Janil Perea, our Dean of the Graduate School, Dr. Jocelyn B. Cruz, and of course, the Vice President for Research, Training, Extension and Training, Ma'am Rachel Moralde, and of course, our President, Engineer Feliciana Jacoba. Let's give him a virtual clap to Sir Sammy. Thank you so much, Sir Sammy.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Thank you very much.
Okay, so